Hi guys, this is the Plotagonist, and today I will show you how to bring the drama into Plotagon. Right, so as you know, Plotagon is an insanely easy way to create an animated movie, simply by basically writing a story. So I thought that we'd make a little movie out of one of the most dramatic speeches of all time. The once more unto the breach, dear friends, speech by William Shakespeare from Henry V. So let's begin. We start by creating Henry the Fifth, and like in any cooking show, I have pre-prepared Henry the Fifth. This is the king here, very nice. So yeah. Quick slack. There we go. That is Henry V. And now we simply begin by setting a scene. We create a new scene. And for this scene, there can only be one contender, the castle wall. So this is the castle wall. We'll add the king, Henry V, to this wall. He's going to be standing by the boulder. And we'll also add the ghost to get a better camera angle. Now, to create the speech from Henry V, all we need to do is create a dialogue, set it to be the king speaking. This is a nicely framed shot, and then go out to the internet and search for some nice Shakespeare here. So this is the speech. I'm going to copy the beginning on it, like this. Just copy that, go back into the dialogue that I just created and paste that in there. Okay, so basically that is all I need to do to create an animated movie starring Henry V delivering this most stirring speech. And this is what it would look like.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more or close the wall up with our English dead. In peace there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility.
Okay.
But
This
when the
is
blast of war blows in our ears, then
This is not
imitate the
working for
action
me.
of the...
It's not dramatic at all. So, what are we going to do to make this dramatic? Well, I'll show you. We're going to divide this speech up into parts, and those parts we're going to assign emotions. Now, if you have a longer text, you can add an emotion to all of that. So, I don't know, we could choose one emotion that would encompass this entire speech, but I don't know what that emotion would be. It would be like angry. Yeah, it doesn't really do it. So instead, we're going to divide it up into parts. What I do is I paste all of the text into the first dialogue, and then I copy the first part of it. And I cut, create a new dialogue by the same character, and paste. Select the next part, cut, new dialogue, paste. Cut, new dialogue, paste. Cut. Right, you get the point. So, what I've done now is I've taken that speech and I've divided it up into a bunch of different parts. It will play as if the character is still speaking right through, like this.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more or close the wall up with our English dead.
But since I've divided it up into parts, I can assign different emotions that fit whatever the actor is saying at that moment. So for the first one, Once more unto the breach, dear friends. Once more. That's like I think it's basically this is one. Or close the wall up with our English dead. Okay. I think for that we could use the fist pump. That's actually really good for that. In peace, there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. Maybe the shy animation. In fact, I'm going to take this out and I'm going to put that in. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, maybe smite. No, we should have maybe the shaking fist. Then imitate the action of the tiger, stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood. Yeah, has to be the scaring. That's like imitate the action of the tiger. Disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage. Okay, one that I always come back to is the exploding bro fist. That's a perfect animation for many things. Okay, so now we've divided the dialogue up into parts and we've added separate emotions to it. The results will be something like this.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close the wall up with our English dead. In peace there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger, stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage.
Much better already. Now, there are other things that we can do to make this even better. For instance, I mean, between these two, we could add a pause. Just add a new dialogue, and if you want to, you could add an emotion, and then just don't write any dialogue. It's going to be a silent animation, and it will look like a pause between what he's saying. So, once more upon the breach, unto the breach, dear friends, once more, close the wall up with our English dead. In peace there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in our ears. Yeah, this will do nicely. But also, to make it even more dramatic, we can add some music to it. We have a lot of music that you could add. You could add sound effects or music. For this, we have battle drums. That's kind of this is a nice music, and we can see how this sounds.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close the wall up with our English dead.
I don't know. Good. Not all there. I think we can do better. Yeah, we can use the. I thought I had the heroic one there. It's gonna have to be battle drums. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close the wall up with our English dead. In peace there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger, stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage.
That's pretty good. There is one thing, though, that will make all the difference if you want to make a dramatic movie, and that is to add your own dialogue. So summon up your inner actor and just read the lines. It will be much better than the ship text-to-speech. So you'll have to excuse my acting here, but I'm going to try to record the lines instead and see how that works. Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more! Or close the wall up with our English dead. In peace there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger, stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood. Disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage. All right, so let's see what we have here. In fact, there's one more thing that we can do. In the last tutorial I made, I showed you one hidden feature that we had. I'm going to show you another one. So, just create a new dialog and write /retro, and then click in the video window. You can delete that dialog. There we go. Let's see what we have here. I present to you a stirring speech by William Shakespeare, performed by me, the Plotagonist, made in Plotagon.
Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close the wall up with our English peace. There's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. When the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger, stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood. Disguise fair nature with hard-favored.
Right. So that's how you bring the drama to Plotagon. Hope you enjoyed and look forward to see your dramatic movies. Bye-bye.